brothers and sisters. This time I would like to make a video on why it is certain that God will win at the end, and that we will attain global peace and true freedom eventually. I believe that we are in the end times and that the judgment day is upon us. You just have to be able to read the signs by yourself, research the various prophecies that are out there, and be able to disseminate the information to reach your own personal conclusion. That is what I do. I did this. That is why I see all of this unfolding in front of us. Prophecies becoming true as we speak. As an example, Alois Irlmaier viewed the massive influx of foreigners in our European countries. Or Desina van Rensburg viewed the appearance of a highly technological military force with weapons that no other state owns. What Desina saw was the intervention of the Imperial Germans in the world during the global turning. Many of these prophecies speak of a Third World War that will only last 3 months, beginning in the months of July or August of some year. But back to my original subject. I wanted to explain in easy steps why victory of God is certain against the forces of darkness. Everybody emits a certain wave pattern. You're all oscillators of thought streams. What I wanted to point out is that everybody has a certain pattern of thought. Evil also thinks within certain parameters. This makes them predictable. This makes everybody predictable. Did you ever try to convince your baby sister or baby brother to do something for you? Like walk the dogs? If you know how people think, you can manipulate them to do certain things for themselves or for you. You can influence them to behave in a certain fashion. A good-hearted person would only use this at the benefit of all people involved. That is what I like to describe as positive manipulation. Because evil also operates on a certain level, within certain behavioristic parameters, this makes all the evil elements on this planet predictable. God can assist people on earth if they believe in Him, and at the same time push certain reality streams so that you experience synchronicities. If you experience synchronicities, you know that there's a grander plan at work. I discovered this after waking up in 2007, after researching the horrible truth online for 7 months straight. After these 7 months, I questioned the very basic foundations of reality itself by studying the books of Armin Rizzi, who studied the Vedas, and the books by William Buhlman, Adventures Beyond the Body. I induced astral projection or out-of-body experiences and made contact with the other world. Many synchronicities happened to me back then, even talking to my spirits in a hypnotic state. So I know that spirits and succubi exist. I also came to the insight that there has to be a creator God, because life is simply too complex to have evolved by chance. At the same time, I discovered that there was a plan in the works, and that this plan dates back thousands of years. I was told by the other world that you have tried already 6 times to break free, and that this was the 7th time that you are trying to break free from this enslavement. The 6th times that they tried to free themselves, the forces of light failed, because they lacked the right tools to finish the job. This time victory is certain, they told me, because the tools that are used to edit the timeline and reality matrix, their sharpness has increased to the maximum possible. This means that the timeline can be influenced by very fine energies. Like a pencil writing on paper, reality can be changed or edited by divine energies. You have to know that there are millions upon millions of entities in the other world and on other planets in different frequency planes that are helping us to achieve global peace and salvation. There are many entities who are helping us at this moment to achieve universal peace and brotherhood. At the same time, there are many negative entities that want to enslave and destroy you. They also exist. Our plane is between 2-dimensional planes. The positive and negative can influence your reality down here. What I wanted to say, so everybody thinks within certain parameters of thought. Evil can be predicted to behave in certain fashion. As disgusting and vile that it is, just think of the present situation, at planets where the minds are not free. The people so brain polluted that they cannot think for themselves. Just imagine this world, but even more vile and perverted. That is the future if they would win. A new world order with an international police force and an international military and an international legislation. Everybody will have their chip in their hands and will be totally enslaved of the system. But evil will not succeed. They can, however, do much damage in this transitional period. This makes a plan that incorporates the doings of evil and its works, eventually successful. Yet, you just have to endure the suffering that evil creates. This means that we have to go through everything what they do to us. Wars, famines, diseases, genocides, rape, torture, you name it, they have done it to us. They have done it to all peoples of this planet. Again, the brain or mind functions as a thought stream generator. At the same time, we live in a deterministic universe that is ruled by mathematical and physical laws. pretty much like a round of pool. It's different every time it is played. It obeys the laws of physics and the laws of mathematics. The same it is with our lives down here. Depending on laws. How we experience reality is just an exchange in between this reality and our surroundings. It can be predicted. Just imagine us as emitters of certain vibrations, and that we attract by the law of resonance people of our own vibratory frequency. Every human creates his or her own reality by using the freedom of choice to do so. Sadly, we have been forced to live within a system that does not fulfill us, and that makes us depressive. So again, it is not in God's plans for you to suffer and feel bad. No. There are negative entities who work against us in all possible manners. It is they that keep us in a state of perpetual slavery. They brainwash our racial brothers and sisters to hate themselves and are encouraged to marry outside their race. The white race has been so severely programmed that it is very difficult to break through to them. Most people believe the lies that appear on TV and don't question their own beliefs. It is a fact that for mass awakening, you need control over the media. This is what I believe will happen during global turning. The mass media will be taken over by the Imperial Germans, special troops that are trained for this, and the truth will be broadcasted all around the world. This will happen during the war, I believe. Anyhow, I just wanted to make a video on how evil can be predicted, and that God who's up there can see in the Akasha Chronic and can even influence the timeline. I believe without God's help, this earth would have been a radioactive wasteland a long time ago. Imagine all thought streams of all people going in a certain flow and all interacting with each other. That is just the next step in thinking. And that this flow of thought streams and realities and different lives and different destinies are all parallel, existing parallel next to each other. These thought streams can be analyzed, and you can think on where the thought stream is going, since thought streams influence what we create and do and produce. If you analyze the thought stream, you can theoretically already see where it's heading. And that is where the prophets and viewers come in. The prophets and viewers have the ability to look outside this world, outside the stream of thoughts and outside the stream of realities, and can view practically where the stream of realities is going. And that is how they can view or see the future. Since we live in a deterministic universe, everything is already bounded by certain laws in the universe, be it now physical laws, chemical laws, be it now universal laws, it's all bounded. We live practically in a place where there are rules, and by these rules we actually go through life pretty much like a video game, a 3D video game. We go through life and influence reality in that manner. We can either have a positive influence on life or a negative influence on life. It depends on you, what you want to do. Of course, it's really difficult in the system to make yourself self-sustaining and independent from the system. It's hardly possible. You have to work or find a job within the system to be able to pay the bills. Nevertheless, we create a reality by the way we interact with other people. And if you make it a positive influence in reality, then you get positive back eventually. You get what you get, you get what you emit. The law of karma. So yes, God will be victorious at the end. Even in the prophecies it's depicted that we will go through horrific times, that even civil war in several European countries it is prophesied. It's going to be bad, worse than it is today, and we will have to go through it. Eventually, we know it through logic now, just thinking about it, that since evil operates within certain parameters, can be predicted, and God can see it, practically everything and hear everything. Yeah, He knows what is happening, even if you're suffering somewhere far, far away. He knows that you're suffering. This energy is emitted, and this energy can be read by anybody who is from the higher realms. They know, everybody knows up there what is happening on planet Earth. And eventually, on Judgment Day, everybody will be judged on what he or she did. We just have to go through these difficult and dark times. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, feel free to comment, rate and subscribe, and until next time, cheers!